Hello and welcome back everybody to another episode of D6 where I, Shien, bring abridging friends, voice acting friends, and friends in general onto a D&D livestream show where we throw dice, drink, and have an adventure. As usual, we are going to go ahead and roll the character intros, then we'll talk about announcements and other various things, and also shoot the shit and whatnot. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our character intros.
My name is Alana Marathari, and this is my story. To say that misfortune follows me at every turn would be a sad, but true beginning. My mother was beaten, tortured, and left for dead, but carrying me unknowingly. Going to one of the many elven clans, there I was born healthy and lived among her elven brethren. After finding love and starting my family with a wonderful man named Fenrir, we had a daughter, Alicia. Them get too close to ever touch my heart again. Until I find Alicia, I will not rest. My goal is to find her and save her from the monsters who took her from me. She is my reason for living, and she is the reason why I fight.
My name is Mitch, or as I have been known previously, Rocky Duck Number 9, a monk from the North Country. I journeyed to the land of harsh cold after my adopted family started harshing my mellow. Here, I came across the monastery home to the monk clan, the Rocky Duck, named for the particularly cute waterfowl native to the region. The Rocky Duck value cuteness to a very high degree. I was accepted into the group after a ritual, and was given the number 9 as my identification, because I didn't want the number 37, and the original number 9 had just passed away before I got there, so I figured... Anyway, I trained with them for several years until I realized I could be much cuter if I let my hair grow long. Yes, that is the only reason I left. Please do not inquire further. I now aspire to practice the arts and traditions that were handed down to me, but in my own way, and maybe become an entertainer on the side. I also hope to find a rich girlfriend. Either one works. Though these things may be difficult, as I am not a stellar conversationalist. Hopefully my cute hair will help improve my chances with these endeavors.
I am Arya Hope, rejected by society for being a tiefling, though raised by only a human mother. I found enjoyment in music. My mother first taught me the lute when I was a child, and I found myself skilled in nearly any instrument I encountered. I truly felt the magical properties of music, so I decided to become a bard. And I left my mother at the age of 13. This drew attention to me, mostly responses of disgust. Early on as a bard, I would work rundown pubs, and I would be nearly booed off the stage before I could even perform. A kindly half-elf took pity on me, and she gifted me a brass ring that I've worn ever since. From that day, I was hell-bent that I would not be brought down, and I continued to perform. The half-elf, who introduced herself as Florinda Audith, became a regular in my audience. She went on to introduce me to a mysterious promoter known simply as the Shadow Agent. I've never seen his face. I know only his deep, raspy voice. He's regularly flaunted his connections and has proved an invaluable resource to me. Time and determination was to my advantage, as my skill eventually earned respect, and I've come to a point of moderate success. I will never let go of my dream, which is to one day perform for the royal court. The brass ring given to me by Florinda will never tarnish. and it reminds me that I will not tarnish either.
I, Agamemnon Gorvroth, born in the heart of Dracovania, conceived by Durgrax, a general in the Dracovanian army, and Belnes, a teacher. I grew up enjoying some of the more finer things in life. A good home, plenty of food, and most of all, an exuberant amount of treasure. Until the age of 5, my father had taught me all he could about combat. So he sent me out to Grandmaster Zorbroth to complete my training. He said I had latent potential that he wanted to unlock. So, as the years went on, I trained with the Grandmaster, learning techniques I wouldn't think would be so amazing. I returned home after a few short years with my newfound experience of the world. I then became a member of the army, fighting alongside my father. Whenever we fought, I felt such a rush, almost as much as the rush I got with gold and treasure. Although we had our wealth, I found it to be rather plain. There's only so much Dragonborn treasure you can look at before it gets stale. So, I left home once again on a journey to find other treasures of the world, other than Dragonborn. My mother supportive. My father, on the other hand, while not the happiest, still supported my decision. Now on my own, I crossed the land searching for a good fight, and also the riches and treasures this world has to offer.
The dwarven monk Joseph Leadfist resented his life as a miner in the dwarven mountains of Goldthar, when one day, a group of nomadic halfling monks forced into hiding from a group of dragonborn mercenaries stumbled upon his mountain. They were being chased by the mercenaries so that they couldn't be tortured into revealing the location of their grandmaster, Tiny Nuggins, an expert in the martial art of Lung Fu Pai. He's considered a war criminal to the Dragonborns, but a hero to others. Those halflings took a shining to Joseph, enough to teach him the art of Lung Fu Pai. Joseph was a natural, and soon he set out to find Tiny Nuggins so he could complete his training. Joseph's a scrapper, trained in a martial art designed to punch above the user's own weight. As a dwarf, he is a lover of good food and drink. If a stranger wants to fight, he's more than happy. But if that stranger offered him a drink, he'd be even happier. Joseph has a fear of horses, and unlike dwarves, doesn't like caves or caverns, reminding him of the dismal life he had before the monks arrived.
And welcome back. So, players, you can go ahead and turn on your mics. So first things that I do want to say, we are down a Yomi tonight, unfortunately, but I know he's watching, but he's with family right now. I know it's Easter. Easter is today, but as I can tell, a lot of us just don't give a damn. I mean, I'm not exactly Catholic, so it's so with Easter, it's kind of like maybe it's a holiday, maybe not. It's a holiday. It depends on who your family is and all that. The other thing I want to say is that we're not down as Sam tonight, but he's kind of partial, so he might come in a little bit later into the game, and so on and so forth. So that being aside from players that are down right now, some of my regular announcements. Special thanks to Battlebards.com and Soundhammer or Soundforge Soundhammer. For letting me use their amazing music and giving us a little bit more of a dramatic feel to this game and whatnot. And the other thing I want to say, I think Macaca City Actors is going to either be coming out either late Tuesday or early Wednesday for my patrons specifically. And as usually my rewards go, if you are a patron, you get to watch my major abridged videos a week before everybody else. If you want to be a patron, there's links down below that you can go and check out. There are plenty of rewards, and everything is for $1. Let's see. Oh yeah, special thanks to Ms. Cookies. If you guys haven't seen what's been going on over on my Twitter or what's been, just pretty much it's been going all over Twitter. She has made some amazing fan fiction based off of our characters here on D6, and Well, I encourage it.
I don't.
I encourage it very much. I love those fanfics.
Yeah, you guys should, like, I'll probably post a couple of pictures from earlier this week from our chat discussions on our Skype chat, because, man, were they wild. Like, just absolutely hilarious. You're welcome, Ms. I hope to see more, and so on and so forth. Hopefully, if there are some rather compelling characters, maybe we can get some people to play them, and I'll build their character sheets and everything, so on and so forth. So aside from abridging and fanfiction stuff, what about you guys? What's going on?
Well, it is Easter, so I just finished having time with my family. Luckily, it was like 20 minutes before we started, so I was kind of happy about that. Yeah. Not that I don't like my family, it's just that I have priorities, man. D6 being one of them.
I worked and did nothing for Easter.
Yeah. Oh. On the plus side, I got, I'm going to be working on an audiobook now. Yeah, so I'm kind of happy about that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Yeah, I'll let you guys know when I can actually talk about the character. NDAs, you know, or like my friend Miles used to tell me, NDA, I'll kill you. So, yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot. As I may have noticed already that we are very close to, I think almost 1,000 followers, and a big thanks to Yamato for getting us this far to begin with. And also, PTC is streaming right now. So if you guys want to jump on over there, say hey, tell them Yaro sent you for a moment, and then immediately come back, because we need you guys to follow along with the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send Carrie my love. She knows it.
I'm pretty sure, I think I tweeted it a bit, but Amazon had actually messed up my order, so I was really hoping that I would get my player's handbook last week. Well, I got this one. This is the one that I've been reading all week, but I also happened to get a second one.
Awesome.
Now, here's the thing. I really want us to get to 1,000 followers here on Twitch, because I know that's a major milestone for anybody on Twitch. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make an announcement video on my YouTube channel, and then I'm going to talk about how we're near to 1,000, and if we manage to achieve 1,000, and also while achieving almost, I think almost like 100 watchers, just all throughout one of the streams, if we can. I'm not absolutely sure, but hopefully this will inspire people. But me, Tara, Yomi, and Ava will be going to Anime Expo. And so my idea is that we will all sign this one. We will sign this book, and then during one of the streams, I will find a random viewer in the chat. So be active on that stream, and then I will personally ship this book to you. So be active during that stream, and you'll know, because once we reach 1,000, I'm gonna be like, okay, you guys, when I get back from AX, I will send this to you, and we're all gonna sign this, and we're all gonna have a lot of fun. So, and I might also find a voice actor. Hopefully, Matthew Mercer is going to be coming to Anime Expo, because that would be fucking awesome if he signed this. So,
yes,
so yeah. So this is a pre-announcement of a giveaway before I actually tell, my main viewership that there's going to be a giveaway. So once we reach 1,000 followers, we will sign this, and then we will send it to you.
Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of AX, if any of you are from the greater Los Angeles area, or you're traveling to AX, come find us. Give us hugs.
Yes, we would love to see you guys. I mean, it's just awesome. I know Taka's gonna be there.
Oh, he is?
Sent out a message. Yeah, so,
we'll get Taka to sign it too.
Yeah, we'll get Taka to sign it too. Yeah.
Well, we'll try to get whoever we can that we know is really awesome to sign it. And since this is us here, we know that you probably want that signed as well.
Us to sign.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. That's our very first giveaway for 1,000 followers here on Twitch.
Yay! Yeah, so for anybody wondering what our cons are going to be, I know I'm going to be at A-Con here in Dallas, and then it's AX, San Japan with TFS, and then after that it's AWA with Eagle and Yomi. So you might get some more of the Bogamnin Alana stuff.
You know what? Are you driving up there, or are you
Most
flying?
of them are driving except for AX.
No,
AX is the furthest one.
No,
so.
No, for Awa. Are you driving up to Awa?
Oh, I'm driving there. Yeah, I'm driving there.
Man,
I love driving.
If I could get to Texas, is it okay if I could just hike it with you?
Hell yeah! Get it, Dallas.
That's currently what our predicament was. Is like everybody's been trying to get me to Awa, and I'm all like, I would love to go to Awa, but like a plane ticket is $800 fucking dollars, which is not something I could just put down like right now. And so I'm all like, man, there's gotta be a better way. And I know I could take a Greyhound bus to Texas. It wouldn't be that hard. Like,
yeah, that's
like so much more cheaper. Well,
yeah,
yes, also dealing with a lot of the creeps on the bus, but still.
Yeah. And Miss Cookie will also be at AX. I bought her ticket too. So if she does not show up, I swear I'm gonna beat her because one, she is my cousin. When I said she was my friend, she was a very close friend. She's my cousin, so if she doesn't show up, I'm gonna beat her at the family reunion like 2 days after we finish this convention.
Miss Cookie, you better show up to AX. I want to meet you too.
Yeah, I totally want to meet you. They'll, like, maybe if I actually end up wanting to buy another one of those, like, I want to buy a player's handbook every single time we get like near to 1,000 followers. Because, you know, I would love to do that kind of giveaway thing over and over and over again. That way, it gets people into D&D. And I talk heavily about D&D, like when the topic is raised, but that's all it is.
Yeah.
Like other times, I'm just like, oh, I guess this isn't a topic people are really relating to. So
yeah.
So I think that is it. So. If that's all we have for announcements, and hopefully we might have more next week from Yomi, and hopefully when Sam comes around.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna go ahead and lay that out. And so, let us get back into our adventure here at D6. So, when we last left our players off, they had traveled up from Lightengord all the way up to White Dragon Summit, with a little bit of trouble of running into what would seem to be 4 white-haired beast monsters, yetis, and having a little bit of trouble with Shay being killed for the first time, being knocked unconscious. With the help of Lyle, which is one of the 4 generals here in, one of the 4 main generals here in Al-Anon, she is now back into her campaign on trying to slay the White Dragon. Upon entering this rather silent but eerie town, what Alana had discovered is that a majority of the town is inside of the town church, while singing hymns, praying, begging, very quiet, hopefully not disturbing what is the beast below White Dragon Summit. Of course, our group of Lyle, Begamnin, and Joseph had gone to see if they can find a resting place. They found that a man had basically barred himself behind the door of his own inn, and had shooed them away as fast as possible, scared. And our adventurers had gone into the White Dragon Summit Church, hopefully to find out exactly what is going on. With the help of the cleric and cleric priest that has been overlooking everything and trying to keep the town calm as possible, she had led them to a member of the had led them to one of the members from the Eclipse Eye, which one of our previous players, Zavin, was a part of, in which they had gathered information about how the town elder had been acting very strange. So a couple of our adventurers had went off while the rest were trying to keep the town people calm. When they had entered the elder's residence, they found that there was a trap and a rather strange old man praying to what looked to be a greenish jade orb. And in trying to figure out who he was and what he wanted or what he was doing, he had attacked and then slipped away using magic. And then what they found was that a white dragon below had been angered. In their immediates, they had run down into the cave of where the white dragon was residing, only to find that this gigantic white dragon had been shackled and chained by very dark magic from one of the 9 hells, in which was binding him. And the sorcerer was basically controlling him, making him do his bidding. Through much talkback and anger and dismay, they were able to release the white dragon, now making his way out of White Dragon Summit, only to be left behind with a sorcerer who they do not know but have extremely angered. And with that being said, I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Wrong one.
So,
I had 2 boxes. One of them for D&D and the other one for other stuff. Ah. Yes.
here. Actually, no, you guys would be here because you were dealing with the white dragon.
Alright.
Here. Somewhere around here. Shay would be close by. Around here. Alright.
Right. Rolling.
I need to
8.
roll. 8?
Yes.
Lana is an 8. 8.
I put away the other stuff.
Gomnan is an 11. Joseph is a 1. Lyle is a 2. Who else? Oh yeah. Alright, you guys. Who am I still missing? I am still missing Arya.
I rolled 14.
There. Keep this down here. Alright. So the first move goes to Arya. You're currently right here, and he's actually about 30 feet up against this pedestal right here.
I move closer.
You managed just get up against him, but you're also up against this large wall. I need to make this full screen. Alright, any actions you want to take?
No.
Alright, you could just hold your action until you want to actually do something.
Okay.
Alright, Bagomnin is gonna go next, which he was about here. And, let's see, I think that's going to end his turn. Like I said, okay, next up is Alana.
Okay, I'm gonna get one of my arrows
Alright.
out from the quiver. So I'm gonna try to go and shoot
Okay.
at him and try to get a leg.
Alright, go ahead and roll.
Alright. And I get a 12 plus, okay, plus 4, 16.
That hits.
Okay, awesome. And damage is D4 or D6? I keep forgetting.
An arrow.
Arrows 1d6, right? Let me check. I
And
don't have my
thus-
book with me.
and
I don't have
thus
my
the
book.
player's handbook finally comes in need.
Okay, that's the dog. I always keep notes of every single game we have, so yeah.
Well, that's good because I don't.
You're so studious.
No, that's good because like a book of happenings is basically the best possible
Yeah.
situation. Let's see.
1d. That's still the dog. Wow.
It's a longbow, right?
Yes.
It is 1d8 piercing, and then add your dexterity modifier because that's your base attack.
All right. 1d8, and then modifier is 12.
All right. Cool. Actually, I need a piece of paper. Alright. So as you pull back your arrow and you aim for one of his legs as he is now levitating above this pedestal, you shoot him clean into his leg, and he's like, "Ah!" In his immediate of pain.
Yep.
And with that, it is now the sorcerer's turn. He is going to he's now about 30 feet up. And as he's now just beginning to levitate above all of you, now who is going to be my new puppy? And he looks towards Bagomnin, and with what seems to be a swish and flick of the hand, he casts a spell towards Bagomnin, in which he needs to make a saving throw. Wisdom saving throw, and I totally almost forgot. Three. And luckily, it's a good thing I keep all my player character sheets here. Bagomnin is... So he rolls a 4. What now seems an immediate... Suddenly his eyes begin to slightly roll back, and he just stands at attention towards what looks now to be his master. And he's going to cast a going to use a one of his abilities, in which he is going to now use another spell, which allows him he is going with now what, as he pulls out what looks to be a staff, as he is holding the orb in his other hand, he gives it a quick throwdown, and I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Right. 19.
10.
Alright. So, Lyle, McGonan, and Arya, you all take 2d8. You all take 7 points of thunder damage, and you have been pushed back 10 feet away from him. And with that, he is going to go ahead and end his turn. Next up is Lyle. Yes, because having this book is making life so much more easier. Alright. Lyle removes the wrapping on her hand with quickness, and she pulls out her secondary blade while also drawing the Dragon's Bane, and she begins to recite words. And as she does, her blade in her hand begins to encase itself in fire. And she is going to cast Counterspell, which that is going to I need this because Counterspell is very difficult to remember. What it does. Counterspell. Let's see. Then, which her DC is a 16. So, the sorcerer needs to make a saving throw, in which he fails. So, as she, as with her, left hand, what seems to now be the seeping darkness, makes a quick burst from it, and encasing what seems to be the sorcerer, and suddenly he is no longer levitating and falls onto the ground, just straight onto his ass. And he takes, I think since it's 30 feet, he takes one. Takes 1 damage from his. Okay. And then with that being said, she's going to move closer to the sorcerer, and then that will end her turn for now. Next up is Joseph, in which he is going to also move closer towards the sorcerer, and that will end this round. So top of the round again, Arya, you're up.
I will cast Cloud of Daggers.
Oh, what's the radius for that? Like how?
60 feet.
Yeah, it hits.
And if he doesn't make his Constitution save, it is 4d4.
All right. What's your spell DC? It should be at the top of your spellcasting page.
Uh, 16.
In which he fails? Yeah, he fails.
Okay, so 3, 3, 1, and 4. So that's a total of 11.
And what's your spell attack bonus?
Is that on the spells page?
Yeah, should be at the top.
I keep switching because I have all my stuff.
Oh no,
Spell attack bonus, there is none.
there is none.
Yeah, it's just blank.
All right then, I'll figure that out later. All right, and with that, as you cast clouds of daggers, just what seems to be a mythical mist hanging above this sorcerer. In the immediate, these seamless daggers just begin to strike into him, causing him immediate pain. Oh, little rich we do have now, don't we? And with that, it is now Begonen's turn. And still looking now at the sorcerer, he points towards the dwarf, and he moves towards Joseph, in which he is going to make an attack. Joseph.
Dungeon Master, I have a question.
Yes.
What is the distance from our target? Just to know.
From you?
From me, yes.
I would say, let's see, 10 times, about 50 feet.
Okay. Making sure.
Alright. And he's going to make 2 attacks. 13. Joseph's AC, I believe. Did not write down his AC, which bothers me. Then, I'm going to say... Does anybody remember what Joseph's AC was?
No, do not.
Then... No, because I haven't gotten his update stats. Then I'm gonna just go ahead and set it at... I'm gonna go ahead and set it at 15. And so, the... 8 twice. So, as Begonnen draws both of his blades, he takes 2 quick swipes towards Joseph, in which, due to his monastic traditions, he is able to swiftly move out of the way. And the turn is now to you, Alana.
All right. I hate to do this, but I'm gonna use Hunter's Mark on Begamnin.
All right.
All right. It says, mystically mark it as your quarry until the spell ends. You deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit with a weapon attack. And I have advantage on perception and/or survival. So.
The
Alright.
Ramen is now officially Hunter's Mark. Alright. Anything else?
And I will let Shay attack him.
Alright, let's see. Shay comes up quick and close. Go ahead and make your attack.
Attack is claw.
Alright, his DC is, I believe.
It's 1d4 plus 2 slashing damage.
Alright, roll your d20 first. Always remember.
Alright. Oh yeah, d20 first. And it is 18.
That hits.
Alright. Alright, 1d4. Let's see. That is 3 plus 2, 5. 5 damage.
Alright. Noted. Alright, do you still have... I'm sure you have an extra attack. I feel like you do.
I believe I may have another attack. But I'm gonna go longbow if I do.
Let me check real quick. That's a druid.
Yeah.
Yes, having this book is so fucking helpful. You guys have no idea. Okay, ranger, here it is. You're level 6. Yeah, you have an extra attack.
Okay. Another longbow. And I'm gonna go at his shoulder blade.
Which one?
Left.
Begamnin?
Yeah. Oh no, not Begamnin. God damn it. Why did I say that?
The sorcerer?
Sorcerer, yes. I forgot his name.
There is a Lyle standing in front of that sorcerer.
Dang.
And the sorcerer is technically knocked prone, so he's on the ground.
Okay.
Now, there are certain ways that I may have to test your ability into where you can do it, but...
I can't do a tuck and roll and then just try to get out of the way, can I?
I mean, a suggestion is that you would have to make a... get it. You would need to make a dexterity saving throw in order for you to arch the arrow up and over.
Yeah, that... Even for me, that would be a little much. I'm good, but I'm not that good.
I mean, you still have movement.
Yeah, so... I tried to move... Let's see. To move at least 20 feet to the right.
My right or your right?
Still... My right. Your left.
Okay, my left. Okay. So... You can get about up to here.
And how many feet is that?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once again, 50 feet.
Okay. Alright.
So you want
Yeah,
to go
my max is 60. Yep.
Alright.
Alright. And then go for the sorcerer.
Alright. Go ahead and roll to attack. He does.
Alright.
You do have advantage because he is knocked prone.
Yes. 7. That is 17.
Remember, you get that second roll because you're at advantage.
Yes. Alright.
So you never know when you get that magical 20.
Yep. 17 and 15, so 17.
Alright. That hits.
Alright. Then it's 1d8
1d8
plus your
Plus your base damage. Dexterity.
11.
11?
11. Yes, 11 total.
Alright. As you pull back your arrow, you take another shot towards him. This time, just severely putting the arrow into his shoulder as he just just kind of snaps it off the best he can. Alright, it is now his turn. He's spending half of his movement to get back up, which now he is face to face with our general, which he is going to perform a let's see. That is not mine. This one is mine. Let's see. He is going to perform. He's now going to perform a spell called Ice Storm. Which that. Where are you? So, 24. Just barely out of his range. To which, let's see, 2D. All right. Lyle is going to need to make a saving throw, which plus 8 dexterity and jeez, going back and forth with all this. Dexterity saving throw is 9 plus 5. In which Lyle makes her dexterity saving throw and takes about 4d6 of cold damage. And as the sorcerer gets up, he basically waves his hands apart. Now this giant cylindrical icy cloud comes down with this what is several spikes asunder onto Lyle. Lyle, being skilled as a general, manages to miss and get out of the way to a few, but ends up taking a few still. So, tell me, Blood Hunter, how would you like to be sliced and diced today? And as he begins to back away towards this wall, it is now Lyle's turn. Of course, Lyle chases after this rather bad man. He is going to make 2 attacks onto our sorcerer here. Which he manages to strike him with the Dragon's Bane. Also, her other sword. She draws both. She, with both of her blades in hand, takes 2 quick and very precise swipes at the sorcerer, in which slashing into his chest twice, dealing some quite bit of damage. Let's see, 1d8. 10, 15, 15, then plus one, 6, then, sorry, math, I'm still trying to get used to it, 6, the Crimson Right was 1.
Whoever says you don't need math in real life is
Yep.
really wrong.
You have to learn math so that you can play D&D.
No, you have to
Yes.
learn math in order to play D&D quickly.
Right.
Where is my pencil? Alright. And in her quickness, she manages to just what is now skewering this sorcerer, and it seems like now she doesn't seem as calm, cool, and collective as you guys originally know. She seems to be lost in the thought of killing whatever this guy is. And with that, Joseph is going to make an attack onto Begamnon. It's so hard to play like I'm playing like 4 characters at once. This is very difficult, you guys.
Yeah.
Alright,
Technically 5, right? You've got Joseph, you've got Dominic, you've got Shay, you've got Lyle, and the sorcerer.
yeah. I lost my D8. So this is very difficult for me. So Joseph is going to make an attack with his axe, which is it was 1d8, I remember. No, 1d12, I remember. 20 has to be his 16, which he does, and he gives him a good smacking. 11 plus his. I'm gonna say 5 for right now. 11, 16, and he's going to also throw a punch at him for his extra attack, in which that fails. So, in Joseph's quickness from being attacked by Begamnon, he takes a swing with his monk axe, and then tries to give him a good punch in the side, unfortunately failing the second attack, by Begamnon taking now this big gash into his chest. And we are now back at the top of the round. Arya, you're up.
I'm going a tiny bit closer to the sorcerer because I want him to be extra crispy when I cast Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke only activates when he attacks you.
He did attack. I took damage from him earlier on.
Then you should have used it then.
Damn it. Okay, well, then I will cast Cloud of Daggers for a second time.
Alright. What's your DC again?
16.
Okay. This is Wisdom. Which he fails.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So that is 8.
Alright. Once again, you cast Clouds of Dagger overhead the sorcerer, and it just comes raining down upon him, now on his shoulders and everywhere. These ghostly daggers, and he disperses and he takes an immediate look towards you, now angered. Next up is Begamnin, which he is going to make an attack on both Shay and Joseph. Let's see, 9 to Shay and 20 to Joseph.
Alright.
Which Joseph beats Joseph's thing. So
AC.
Yep, beats his AC. So
Yeah. And it
deals-
misses Shay's. So.
Okay. Which 1d8 plus 2, which is his silver sword. In which Joseph now takes 6 points of slashing damage from this now berserk Begamnin. Or rather controlled Begamnin. Alana, you are up next.
Alright. First it's gonna be Shay doing a bite
On to Begamnin.
onto Begamnin. Yep.
Okay.
So alright, let me see how much it's gonna be. 18.
Okay, that does hit.
Alright. So, alright. And it's 1d6 plus 1. So let me. Alright. 1d6. 3 plus 1, 4.
4. Alright, noted.
Yep. Okay. Then I'm going to take another arrow.
Alright.
And I'm going. I mean, Hunter's Mark is still on Begamnin, right?
Yep.
Just making sure. Okay.
Don't forget to roll for your Hunter's Mark damage.
Yes. Hunter's Mark damage is also which one? It's
I think it's 1d6.
1d6. Yep. What? Okay. Hunter's Mark damage is 5.
Alright.
All right. Then
Keep in
Going
mind,
for-
Begamnin is the only health that I'm keeping track of.
okay. All right. Going for the sorcerer. Longbow
so-
as well.
The sorcerer is out of your visual range.
Okay.
Right
then-
next to you right now is a 30-foot high wall.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to go for Begamnin if he's available. If he's within my line of sight.
You would have to move forward
Okay.
about out to here, so-
Move 30 feet. At least.
So, yeah, you're right within line of sight.
Okay. Am I behind him or in front of him?
You are in front of him.
Okay. Then I'm gonna have to go for his arm.
All right.
Alright, so let's see. It says 10 plus 16.
Okay. You guys are really doing a number on him. Jesus Christ.
It's that dexterity for me.
Alright. Which, hold on,
Right,
I
and then
to make sure I'm doing something right here.
let's see. 1d8 4 plus 1, 5.
He needs to make a wisdom saving throw right now, actually.
Yeah.
9 plus his 3. He does not make his wisdom saving throw. With that, you're gonna end your turn?
Yes, I end my turn.
Alright. Next up is the sorcerer, in which he in his quickness he moves around Lyle in order to get towards Begamnin, and in so you, Arya, and also Lyle get attack of opportunity on these sorcerers. So both of you make an attack, not an attack roll, but a d20 roll for an attack, and see if it lands. Lyle does hit it. Arya?
13.
That does not hit. And with Lyle, with quickness, she takes another slash at the sorcerer with the dragon's bane. Alright. And the sorcerer is, seeing how Begamnin is rather fairly beat up, now points a finger towards Begamnin, in which she needs to make, what you see immediately is, this rather dark, blackish green glow, and shoots it towards Begamnin, in which he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Which I she was 15. Oh, shit. Begamnin does not make his saving throw. And as the necromancer, this necromancy-looking energy shoots towards Begamnin, hitting him, he takes... oh, man. Takes 78. 2, 6, 5, 19, 25, 5 plus 32, 37, 40, 45 plus 30 necrotic damage. So he deals 75 necrotic damage towards Begamnin. And as it shoots towards Begamnin, and Begamnin letting out this searing scream in pain and agony, suddenly Begamnin's scales begin to not look as that bright red, but now this dullish red, and Begamnin falls back lifeless.
Oh no.
Trying to process it right now.
He, due to this spell's effect, he has already failed 2 of his saving throws. And unfortunately, since it is necrotic death, he is technically dead. And as the entire room looks quiet, as you see now this lifeless, moving, lifeless Begamnin on the cold, hard ground. Well, who's next? Lyle, in now her anger, goes after the sorcerer. which she is going to cast one of her own spells. Oh man. She's going to cast True Strike, which is one of her cantrips, which I have never used before, personally. Spirit Guardian, Sunbeam. True Strike, True Strike, True Strike, True Strike. Ah, here we are. Nope, I was wrong. And she points towards the sorcerer, giving her the ability to gain advantage on her attacks for the next turn. So. Okay. Succeeds. Also succeeds. Now with both blades in hand, angered and infuriated, she lets out these blood-curdling screams, because if, you know, that being one of her comrades. Let's see. 10, 12... 6 plus 6, 6, 11 plus 2 plus 2 is 13, and 5, and then plus the crimson right, 26, and does about 26 slashing plus fire damage towards the necromancer, or the sorcerer. Oh no, I lost my page. 81. Okay. And with that, her turn is over. Joseph, also in his quickness, goes after the sorcerer. And strikes with both his axe, and he's also going to perform a Fury of Blows afterwards. So, natural 20 plus 8 plus 5, 13 doesn't make his other hit, but his DC is straight 15, so in which the fails. So with the axe, makes a very large pummeling attack onto the sorcerer, dealing about 16 points of damage with the axe, and then drops it immediately and begins to make several attacks with his fists towards the back of the sorcerer, which the attack of it is bonus actions, so it's 2d6. 17, 6, 12, 12. The sorcerer is now beginning to look a little tough. It is now at the top of the turn. Arya, it is now your turn.
I'm going to use Healing Word on Begomnon.
Go ahead.
It says 1d4 plus my spell casting ability modifier, which is my charisma. So, total of 8 HP is restored to him.
As you cast Healing Word towards Begomnon, what seems to be the magic trying to encase around him begins to build, but then fades away. Begomnon's still laying there lifeless.
That one also has a bonus action.
That's a bonus action?
No, Healing Word comes with a bonus action.
Healing Word is a bonus action.
Okay.
You still have an action.
Okay. I'm going to physically strike the sorcerer with my rapier.
You have the ability to actually get up towards it. Go ahead and make your d20 roll.
15.
That hits. That just hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Six.
6. Is that also including your strength modifier?
Wait, no. No.
Yeah, remember that's your base. Add that on top.
Well, my strength modifier is only 1, so 7.
7. Alright. It is now your turn, Alana.
Okay. With Begomnon being out, is it a condition or is it just a is it a condition like paralyzed or poison, or is it just a death?
It is a death. It's necrotic damage. If you take necrotic damage and your health hits 0, you are dead.
Okay. Damn. And I can't use Lesser Restoration. Alright. Well, I guess I'll have to go for the sorcerer, use my Firebane dagger,
Alright.
and go in a fury.
Make two strikes, so that's 2 d20s.
2 d20s. Alright.
See the hit.
Alright, 15.
That hits.
And 18.
That also hits. Roll for your damage. And add fire.
Damage is... Damage for that one is... Alright. Damage 4. 16.
Total?
Yeah, 8 and 8, so...
And with that, it is the end of your turn.
Yep.
Now this beaten sorcerer. Alright. I'm done playing. And in his immediate casts a dimension door in which, as you saw before, this spell opens and encases him and then closes. In which then moves up towards this area over here. Well, it's been very, very fun, but I must go. And I know all your faces. I've killed your friend. And your world is going to crumble, and don't think it ends with me, because it doesn't. And he raises his hands, and the circle around him begins to glow, and in an immediate of this bright flash, he is gone.
Alright.
What the
I'm gonna
fuck?
rush. I'm gonna rush towards Begamnon. Just wait.
No!
Begamnon!
Begonnen!
Where is my thing?
Oh. No.
There's nothing we can do, is there? There is a spell that I heard of once, but I don't know it.
What is it? Do
And
you know
raise
anyone who might?
In that immediate, Lyle rushes also over to Begamnon, now much more calmer, much more cool and gathered, and she begins to try and push you guys away. Make way, quickly. And as she begins to inspect Begamnon, as she looks over, just kind of scanning his body. This is dark magic. He's lost. His soul is gone, and
There has to be a way. There has to be a way.
to the church quickly. And you guys, Lyle, in her immediate, she begins to try and carry Begamnon. Anybody want to help her?
I'll try as much as I can.
Go ahead and
I'll
roll.
also
Strength.
Go ahead and roll
Let's see.
strength.
How much is in my strength? Oh, natural 20.
Okay.
Alright. Plus 3, so 23. Oh, that's the first nat 20 I've had in a while.
Yeah, it's scary when people die, huh?
Yeah! Like, what the fuck? No!
Yeah.
I saw Cookie going, my OTP! That was hilarious.
I cannot wait to see what Yomi is like when he finds out that his character had just died.
And he wasn't
no, he
there
knows.
for it.
He knows.
He knows? Oh,
See?
man.
How does he know?
Haha, Yomi, I killed your character.
Yeah. He sends his love.
He sent, like...
Did you tell him?
Yeah, I told him as soon as it
Oh my
happened.
god.
He's, like, frantically trying to get back home.
What did you guys do to me? I'm gone for 1 day.
As...
And when he does come back, we'll just tell him this is what happens when you skip out on D6.
Usually this never really happens, but the selection of spells, I was trying to definitely do a sorcerer that would kill you guys. And this was it, unfortunately. As you guys,
Why would you do that, Aaron?
to make
He
the
said
story
no
more realistic.
fucking way.
To make the story more realistic. So as you guys are carrying Begamnon, you rush him back up towards the top of White Dragon's summit. As you guys notice, the snowfall is not as heavy as it was when you guys had entered. It seems to now be fading towards where the dragon had flown off. And people are standing out in the streets now. The cleric originally, and they're all standing there, kind of in awe that this thing is not attacking their town. And so as you guys are still rushing now towards the church, the cleric is looking to you guys. What happened? What's going on? And Lyle and her immediates into the church quickly now. and you guys enter the church, and you, still carrying Begamnin, place him in front of the Bahamut statue, which has remained untouched still.
We have to find a way. But what can we do? Anything to help him.
We have to save him.
The cleric gives a prayer towards the statue, and she turns. I may be able to help, but it's probably going to be very taxing on all of us.
Anything. I'm willing to do whatever needs to be done.
Do any of you have a magical item? I need one for as much as we can.
Avalanche.
That will do. You?
I have a firebane dagger.
All right. And what about you, General? And she takes a breath, and she looks to the sword in which she had carried in her left hand. I'm afraid I can't be a part of this. I would anger my god. I will pray, but I will not be able to join you in this. And as the cleric then gives a nod of understanding, she turns around and grabs the bowl that is laying in front of the statue, what looks to be a regular brass bowl. She begins to pull out several different vials from a back room, tapestry, and various other things. And she begins to put things into the bowl quickly. Yeah. Well, Yomi, is he technically here, or is he just technically just logged on? I can't tell.
He's on the Skype chat right now going, the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, what did you guys do?
See, this is what happens when you skip out.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest,
Is there something?
that spell that he casted, it would have killed him outright anyways, because it did about 78 points of necrotic damage. He only has 77 health points in general.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh.
Carter got on the
Oh,
Skype.
Carter, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's around as well.
And now the cleric, on her knees. Your items, please, quickly. And you pass both your javelin and your firebane dagger, and she then closes her eyes. And I need everyone to make a wisdom check, while I also roll a percentage die.
Alright. 15 plus 4, 17.
Nat 20.
As she begins to begin reciting several words quickly, it doesn't seem to be a language you guys immediately know, but you may have heard whispers and talks about it. Like, many things have been said by Begamnin, and these words seem slightly familiar to you. As your connection and attunement with your magical items begin to draw from you, you begin to feel and now see something, and it is becoming slightly more clearer as it goes along. I need everybody to make another wisdom check.
Alright. Oh, nat 20. Yay! I love this new dice
18.
set.
As she continues on with her prayers, in your mind, as from the attunement and link that you have with your magical weapons, you begin to see images of a young dragonborn being birthed, taking his first steps, hearing what sounds to be a very proud father and a loving mother. I need you guys to make another wisdom check.
15.
12.
The images continue, and you see more of this man's life. You see the battles and the training. You see the war he has seen, the fights that he has fought, the lives he has protected, the gold he had treasured. And then you see him leaving, walking down a lonely road and what looks to be a very large wall and what seems to be a city and castle behind it. You begin to see yourselves. You begin to see your steps to Palderberg. And then you begin to see your travels here. And then you see his death again. What seems to be the searing screams directly coming into your mind. And as things begin to go dark, you hear a word of whisper, but not in your common language. And suddenly you see a small glimmer, a small light, and it begins to turn this beautiful burning red as it begins to spread out. And as you guys open your eyes, you now see Begamnin regaining his color. You guys have successfully brought Begamnin back from the other side.
Garmin! Thank God. Oh. We were so scared!
What happened to me?
I'm just gonna hug him.
Oh.
Just gonna hug him.
Oh,
I hugged both of them. Group hug.
oh, bye. What happened? Things just went dark and cold. I feel cold.
You died!
I thought I lost you.
I died?
We lost you.
Yes, you died!
I'm surely alive now. It's strange. I heard something say words. Strange. As such, you guys begin to just simply stare into this rather baffled and somewhat scared Begamnin. Joseph, what I would assume now be his own prayers from his monastic traditions, and Lyle holding on to what seems to be a long chain in the left side of her hand, taking a sigh of breath. Well, the Raven Queen doesn't claim him today. I'm really sorry to have put all of you through this, and especially sorry to you, Begone. I'm afraid our job still isn't done. We still need to return to Al-Anon, and we need to find out who was that man. I think
we need to warn the people first.
I wholeheartedly agree.
This isn't safe for them, and if we can evacuate them before the next danger happens, it'll be better.
I would
Still trying.
assume that whatever threat was happening to this town is, well, not permanently, but is momentarily going to be gone.
I think so too, but it's better to stay safe than sorry.
I agree. In the meantime, I think we all could use a quick rest, and we will reawaken tomorrow, hopefully feeling more collected, if anything.
Right. Where's the best place to camp for the night? He needs his rest.
As you begin to kind of look around, the cleric, you can stay within the barracks upstairs. Hopefully that will be suitable enough. It might be a bit chilly, but it will have to do, considering that the tavern owner doesn't seem to be welcoming currently.
Alright.
So, as you guys begin to gather your senses and begin to make your way up, you begin to hear this large swooping sound and some slight screams outside of the outside in the city streets.
Please, don't let it be what I think it is.
Moments later, you feel this large crashing sound in the center of the town, and many people now screaming and running, now back inside of this church. Well, it doesn't look like we're done just about yet. And Lyle pulls the Dragon's Bane out and rushes out of the church.
Alright. Arya, do you think it's safe for us to go out there and see what's going on, or should we look after our own? Arya.
Oh, was I muted? Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops. I said I think that we should take a look.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll have Shay look over Begomnin.
And as such, you leave Shay next to a very tired and somewhat lost in thought Begomnin. Joseph quickly following behind you guys. You exit the church and you enter into the main streets. And what seems to now be scared and rather confused people now is this Lyle standing in front of the white dragon. And as you guys begin to move closer, it doesn't seem like he wants to do anything in particular. He holds no malice, he holds no anger, and that's what you can tell from right now.
Alright, as I get closer. Why are you here, dragon?
I see you've chased away the man.
Yes, we did. For now.
You humans, you mortals. You run scared within my presence. I like that. I like that a lot.
What do you want?
Yes, you've never answered us. Why are you here? Why did you come back? We let you go.
I simply wish to return my debt. I know many things about him. Being bound to such an incomparable person, I found out many things.
So what do you know?
As he begins to look up towards the sky, he raises one of his claws up to just his neck and begins to slightly scratch.
Now, if I remember correctly, his name is Ulrog. He spoke many a times of being a part of a dark and ritualistic clan of 5 other sorcerers. Or were there 5 in general? I believe 5, including him. They are a dark hand within your nation. And they wish to tear it asunder.
Get to the point. We don't have much time.
As I
So
can
there are more like him.
Oh, very much. He wishes to tear apart your nation.
Why?
That I do not know. But it would be truly an enjoyable sight for me. But
You're as disgusting as him.
I am far more powerful than anything else. If it weren't for those bindings, I would have chewed you all and spat you out. Now, keep quiet, girl. I am showing you much kindness and restraint. You wouldn't want any of these poor townspeople hurt now, would you?
No.
As I thought. Now, from what I know, they are a dark ritualistic clan, and they wish to destroy all of Al-Anon by inciting war and destruction. I was merely a piece of their plan. Controlling a dragon is like controlling an army. One of us can tear and destroy anything. But they have a much larger and sinister goal.
Why would they want to start a war? What do they gain from it?
Once again, I do not know that much. Their intentions elude me, as most mortal ideals do.
You were his puppet for that long and you don't even know that?
Do you think I enjoyed being chained and shackled? I think not. Now,
I don't think you enjoyed it, but I don't think that you could have missed that much.
I prefer to rest time to time. I do not like doing his bidding. Now, what I believe the underlying goal, the true sinister ideals in which he wishes, and many of his cohorts also wish, is to bring back the Dragon Queen. And
Who's the Dragon Queen?
our patron goddess, Dama-May.
And if you guys remember, I believe Lyle, Ava, and Arya, in the images of trying to remove these shackles, you remember a 5-headed dragon being moving in and out, laughing within the darkness. And what seems to now be clarity, and the stories you have heard about Dama-May, that is her. Very large, very scary, very powerful, and is the patron queen of evil dragons.
God, Tiamat or Dama-May. Yeah, I know the
Dama-May.
Horde of the Dragon Queen. That's why it's like it's one of my books. It's just didn't think I would have to deal with that. But yes.
Now, where they conjoin together, I do not know. I wish I would know myself now, or else I would be able to eliminate them all. Unfortunately, I prefer to remain in one place, and for here I wish to stay no longer. Consider my debt repaid, and I will leave these people alone, but don't assume that we cross again. I will show you such kindness.
Thank you for telling us what you know, and let's hope we never meet again.
Likewise.
As the conversation begins to end, he turns around, now stepping towards the cliffside. His wings begin to expand out, and with a few good flaps, he raises himself from the ground and begins to fly down the mountainsides. What seems to be minutes, he is able to make it towards a far-off reach of the mountain-ranged area, and he begins to fade behind the snowy area, the snow and the mists and the distance, and the white dragon is gone.
This is not good. If the creator of evil
Not at all.
dragonkind is in any way related to this is a bad thing.
This is the first I've heard of Dama-May.
Tiamat is the dragon queen. She is the goddess, basically, for them. She's
If
she is the strongest of them all. And to even be mentioned is a very hard thing to deal with, because she is Bahamut's sister. She is the ruler of the she's the ruler of the bad dragons.
all chromatic dragons are innately bad, the fact that we are even standing here now is a blessing by Bahamut himself. Unfortunately, since we now know who our enemy is, we now need to know where they are and what their plans have to be. We need to be able to return to Al-Anon Kingdom immediately. We need to return to Aurario immediately. But unfortunately, due to our condition, I'm afraid it's going to have to take one more day.
I knew I should have asked when I first met you, Blood Hunter.
All of us generals are rather different. We are not like bards, or we're not like rangers. We are specifically designed to try and destroy what we are now facing. But I'm afraid that will be a chat for another time. And
Right.
As you guys begin to notice the clouds slightly dispersing, you begin to see what looks to maybe a sunset in the far horizon, towards the south side of White Dragon Summit. Well, should we make our sleeping arrangements before we begin to rest again? Hopefully.
I just want to make sure Bogomnin's okay. Oh, okay, you're there.
The many
back. All right.
the many adventures of having to deal with a rolling blackout. Goddamn.
Yeah, well, look, I put
Okay.
in a secondary stream on my channel just in case.
Okay.
I know.
Then yeah, that will
It-
definitely be very helpful at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, so everybody, I mean,
All right.
a few people did jump onto my channel, so I have a few people.
Yeah. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump right back into things. That way, if we'll be able to get this along as quickly as possible. Luckily, this did happen around the time in which we would take a break, but
Yeah.
that is still unfortunate to say the very least. So,
Yes.
now that we're calm, cool, and collected, where we had left off, I think is that you guys were returning into the church in order to take a rest within the church barracks. Is there anything in particular that you guys want to just do before you go to sleep?
It doesn't seem like I'll be leaving Bogomnin anytime soon, so I'm just gonna watch over him during this time.
Bogomnin is currently still sitting in the chapel area of the
Okay.
church. It's just now looking at the statue of Bahamut,
Okay.
and he's just sitting there quietly, beginning to realize his, I believe, mortality in a sense. It doesn't seem like he's going to be moving anytime soon.
Okay.
So, Joseph has already retired upstairs. Lyle has retired. Shay is still close with you. And Aria, what are you going to do?
I think that I'm just going to find a comfortable place and go to bed.
All right. Then you retire upstairs with the rest of the group, and you quickly take one of the several beds. It seems like they have been slightly used, as many people had taken refuge up to the church. And as the night just passes, the cold, not too biting, but it's still within presence. Begomnin seems to have fallen asleep while sitting at this within the chapel.
This one's mine.
The night goes on without a noise, without a hitch. And as you all have rested off of what seemed to be this terrifying moment for you all, the morning has come and is now somewhere in the early afternoon, as you can tell from the position of the now visible sun, as it would probably be somewhere around 10:30, almost 11ish. You have all already awakened, and you have all made your way towards back down to the chapel area. As Lyle begins to look at the statue once more, she slightly bows her head and she turns to the rest of you. Well, as unfortunate as the matters may have been, we do need to return as quickly as possible and report to the king and queen as soon as possible. So,
Okay.
it would be best to gather what things you can and let us make our leave. It is also worth noting, your attunement with your magical items seems off. Strange. It's not bad, but it's not exactly good. It's just weird for you. So it is good to keep in mind and noted about your objects. And Lyle then begins to pack away some of her things and re-bandaging up her arm more properly instead of what would have been a somewhat quickened wrap as it had been yesterday. It seems much more firm and now slightly more flexible towards the wrist and finger area.
Alright.
Joseph quickly follows suit and joins Lyle at the door, now waiting. Everybody's just waiting. Begomnin, still slightly, in a sense, tries to gather things. He begins to make his way towards the door and tries to walk off his warrior pains, as one would call it.
Okay. Yeah. Still trying to get over some things right now.
So what do you guys want to do? Do you just want to quickly follow suit?
Yeah. I think so.
Alright. And let us make our way to Auraria. And as such, you all leave the chapel and you exit out towards the southern exit of White Dragon Summit. Some of the townspeople bowing, nodding their heads, some giving you some claps, some giving you some thanks, very, very kind gestures. And you once again see the cleric towards the exit of the White Dragon Summit.
At this moment, I just don't want to say anything. Don't want to jinx anything that may or may not happen. So.
Alright. Lyle talks to the cleric, just kind of a little out of the way. They go back and forth a bit. They shake hands, and they begin to you guys begin to make your way out towards the winding path of White Dragon Summit. Unfortunately, due to the several events that had happened, it seems like you have lost your horses.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like they're close by, and I'm pretty sure they were scared off by big old mean dragon. Alright, and as such, you guys begin to make your way down White Dragon Summit on foot.
It's gonna take a lot longer this way, but
what seems like to be several hours travel, you begin to just simply follow the road. You had already crossed the cave in which the White Dragon had made unfortunate binded residence there. And as the hours pass, the sun simply just moving from north to south. Somewhere in the later part of the afternoon, you begin to hear far off large crashes, like giant rocks and ice cracking.
Oh no.
But don't pay too much mind to it. Unless you want to make a perception check, but that's all you.
I will make the perception check because I do not want that to be an avalanche.
Yes, me too.
Alright. 16.
As you look towards the northeast, what you begin to see is that the mountainside that you have known to be covered in snow is now exposed. And Lyle will actually make a perception check. Ah, Christ. Plus, I think her 3. 10. She doesn't really see much. Let's keep moving. And as about another 30 minutes pass, you begin to hear a little bit of rumbling. I need you all to make a perception check.
Alright.
Everybody.
5.
18.
As Begonnen and Joseph look up towards the mountain, they don't seem to notice anything. The slight rumbling doesn't seem to make heed of anything. But as Lyle and Arya begin to look back, begin to notice that there's strange white powdery mist now beginning to move towards you guys.
Oh.
And in Lyle's immediate, we need to run. And as such, I need you all to roll for initiative.
Oh. Alright.
Nat 20.
8.
28.
Yep. I have not been getting the high rolls today. I've gotten a couple of D20s. The nat 20s, but not as much.
Begonnen 16. Joseph 4. Lyle 17. Okay. Alright. Put all up here. Shay closely behind. Arya. That's Alana. This one is Arya. And Begamnon. Alright. So, it's my paper. Here it is. Alright. What was your guys' thing again?
Arya was 20, nat 20, and mine was 8.
Lyle was 19. Man was a 7. Joseph was a 4. Alright. You're also gonna have to roll for initiative for Shay.
Okay. Oh, initiative for Shay. Alright. 10.
Okay. Alright, first one up, you're Arya. Oh, almost forgot. This is a timed event.
Oh, time.
Yep.
What? Sucks. Well, yeah, we are kind of racing against the clock in this one.
You guys have 5 minutes to get down to the quarry.
The bottom.
Yep. Quickly.
Alright.
Now keep in mind, these giant gaps right here are about 10 feet straight down for each square.
Unfortunately, we can't see your screen.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Yeah.
There you go. Alright.
Okay. Alright, that's better.
Alright, so these squares, for each one, is about a 10-foot straight drop down.
Alright. Alright. We're gonna have to try to brush as much as we can.
You're up first, Arya.
And I take the initiative to let Alana go first.
Alright. Alana, what do you
Alright.
want to do?
Alright, I want to rush.
Actually, no. Next up would be Lyle.
Lyle.
Technically.
Then Shay, then me.
No, it's Arya, Lyle,
Joseph?
No. Arya, Lyle, Shay, you, Begamnon. Okay. So, Lyle, in her quick 1, 2. And she is going to actually jump down this way and make an athletics saving throw.
Alright.
Plus 5, 13. Beats the DC. So she jumps off to the side using her left hand, grabbing onto the side of the wall, and just begins to make her quick descent down and lands a little hard, but manages to do it.
Alright.
Alright, next up is Alana.
Alright. I'm gonna go see how many steps did she take before she I don't want to jump right on top of her. So
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She took 6 steps.
Alright.
And then
I'm
she
gonna go
jumped down.
8. Alright, I'm gonna go 8.
How much feet of movement do you have? You have 30, and that's 6 spaces.
Oh. 6 spaces? Yep. I have up to 60 feet.
60 feet of movement?
Let's see. Let me just go through my sheet and just make sure.
Better do it quickly.
That's wrong sheet. Yeah, I do.
Alright. You managed to make it about here. Shay quickly following suit along with you. Begomnin makes his move and is going to try and do the same as our friend here. She needs to make, in which he lands, but he lands kind of hard, and he takes about 5 points of falling damage. Next up is Joseph. And he also is going to take a jump down. He falls relatively much harder on his face, and he takes about 10 points of falling damage. And you're still up, Arya.
I go past Joseph and
Joseph is down here.
well, I mean, however many steps he took, and then I'm going to jump.
Alright. Actually, no, because Joseph is a monk. He has an extra 10 feet of movement. You barely just make it towards that edge. Next up is Lyle, in which she begins to make a rush towards this other side and is going to take a jump down here. In which, in her rather hasty escape, she ends up falling relatively hard and takes about 10 points of falling damage. Come on, you guys! I gotta get answers.
Yeah. All right. It's just that, going with everything. I'm gonna go another 30 feet and try to jump down.
You managed to make it out to 3 and jump down. I need you to make an athletics saving throw.
All right. And that is 18.
You managed to just land down perfectly fine, no injury whatsoever. Shay.
Shay. Does he have to do it as well?
Yep. Shay follows suit.
And his is 15.
He lands just as safely as you did.
Okay.
And then Begomnin is going to make the same break for that jump. Once again, he hits the ground relatively hard in his immediates, and he takes about 10 points of falling damage. Then Joseph is also going to try and take that jump as well, in which he ends up falling but not being too hurt and takes about 5 points of falling damage. Alright, you're up, Arya.
Try to jump down.
I jump down.
Alright, I need you to make an athletics saving throw.
19.
You land perfectly fine. No problems whatsoever. Alright, once again, it is Lyle's turn. In which she's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. In which she just runs around this corner, and next up is Alana.
Alright, I'm gonna go 20 feet and then jump down.
Alright, make an athletics saving throw.
17.
You just managed to catch your feet together and not face whatever horrors that could have broken you.
Alright. I'm gonna go for Shay now.
Alright.
Shay is 11.
Shay jumps down and lands heavily on his paws, kind of taking a bit of a tumble, just shaking it off the best he can.
Okay. So no damage, but just...
It takes Shay takes about 5 points of falling damage.
Okay.
Then Megamnon is going to take a quick run around and make an athletics saving throw, in which he succeeds. Then Joseph as well, just quickly, in which he also does succeed. It is now back to you, Arya.
I'm going to attempt to jump again.
Alright.
And
Athletics saving throw?
14.
You jump over and you end up falling on your legs a little bit harder than usual, and you take about 5 points of falling damage. Next up is Lyle. Lyle then takes a jump over once again. Completely just straight up doing like a hero, like a hero
landing.
jump. Yeah, hero landing. It's gonna do the hero landing. He's gonna do the hero landing. What seems to have only been a much more smaller jump than usual, though. And all right, Arya. Or
And
no, Alana. Alana, my bad.
Alright, I'm gonna move 10 feet, then go down, and it's 18.
Alright. You manage to just land completely safe, no problems whatsoever.
Alright, let's go for Shay. Shay is 16.
Much like you, Shay manages to just land on his feet perfectly fine. Begamnin, let's see. 6. Just manages just to rush over this way. Joseph just does a straight jump, in which he makes his saving throw. Now, let that be the representation of the current avalanche issue.
Alright.
Alright, next up is Arya.
I make a straight jump.
Alright. Jump, make an athletics saving throw.
16.
Alright, you just clear the jump perfectly fine. Our friend manages to make it out. Alana?
Alright. Ooh, 14.
Alright, you just jump over, clean, no problems.
Okay. Alright, and Shay is 16.
Shay jumps over, no issues, just does a simple roll, tumble, and perfectly good.
Alright.
Begamnin manages to take the steps to escape the first part, along with Joseph as well. And now back to Arya.
I again make a straight jump.
Alright, you just jump over. What's your athletic saving roll?
19. I'm getting lucky.
You landed just fine. Alana and Shay managed to just simply escape. And of course, Arya manages to escape the run as well. Now here comes my favorite part.
Oh my gosh. Seriously? Oh my goodness.
What?
We're not out of the woods yet, basically.
That makes sense. Your dungeon
I
master
hate
does.
you, dude.
You love me. There's current seething rage going on.
Ah,
All right.
yeah. Yeah.
Lyle makes her first move, making a jump, which she succeeds gracefully. Alana, Shay.
Alright. Gonna try to see if we can run as much as we can. 2.
You're going to try and jump over?
No, I'm gonna run instead. Yeah, I know that if I try to jump, I'm not gonna make it. Or I'm gonna get a broken ankle.
Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 5, 6. You managed to just
The
get
next
about
clearing.
here.
Yeah, okay. Alright, Shay probably beat me. 8. Yeah, not good rolls this time.
Hold on. Alright, 8.
8.
Is Shay jumping?
No, running.
Well, they don't have. You don't have to roll for your movement.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Unfortunately, if Shay tries to go this way, Shay is
He'll
gonna
bump.
get. He'll get into the way.
Alright. I
You
guess
can
we'll
have
have
him.
to jump.
Yeah, you can have him make an athletic saving.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see how well it works.
Alright.
Come on, Shay, jump. 15. Oh my god.
Clears it.
Nice.
Begamnin makes a run for it. 1, 6. Joseph also makes a run for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is now your turn, Arya.
I'm going to run for it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This tree. All right. Lyle makes her turn, in which she is going to make a run. 5, 6. This is like a game of chess.
Basically.
Let's see. And then,
Old
Alana.
source eight. Alright, I'm gonna try to see if I can jump.
Where?
Okay. Trying to see.
This is the only clear spot here. All this is covered by just thick tree areas. It doesn't look safe going through them.
It doesn't even look safe trying to jump up through the trees.
It doesn't look safe at all, but you can still try.
I'll try. I'll try to see if I can put that elf stealth into something. Yes!
I need
19!
I need you to make an athletic saving throw
Alright.
with disadvantage.
Alright. Alright. Disadvantage. Alright. 19, and... Okay, where'd it go? Okay, 13. So 13.
You managed to just clear through it. You managed to get through all the brush and whatever branches were in the way, and you make it right through with little problems.
Nice.
Shay is next.
Shay. Alright. Try to make it to that clearing. Up. Alright. How far is he from the clearing?
From this clearing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 spaces.
Which is 30
30
feet.
feet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
So,
I'll try to make him get through it. He's got a 17. So I was just checking.
Just runs around what looks to be the quickest pathway down that Joseph had taken.
Okay.
And it is Begamnin.
My favorite part of chess is when you break your ankle running. That's horrible.
This way. Then Joseph makes his way. Arya?
I'm making a run for it.
Alright. Actually, right in between. Lyle is going to try and jump through this tree-filled area. It's going to have to make disadvantage. So, 11. She manages to get through the clearing. She takes a bit of a tumble, but nothing too dangerous for her. Next up is Alana.
Alright. I'm gonna still try to see if I can go through the trees. I mean, probably the best way. And 18.
Actually, no, there is a clearing right here.
There is a clearing?
Yeah,
Oh,
just to
okay.
get
Alright,
around, but
jump down and then go through the clearing.
You get through this clearing, but you can still jump down from there.
Alright.
And there's nothing in your way, so you just have to make a straight athletics check.
Okay. Athletics. Alright. 13.
And you manage to just jump down as quickly as possible with little to no problems. Shay's next.
Alright. Alright. Shay is where Joseph is, right?
Shay is a little behind Joseph. There's
Alright,
two
I'm trying to
clearings
see
to
if-
get through.
Alright, go through the clearing on your right.
Am I right? Okay.
Yes.
6. Alright.
Alright.
Next up is Begamnin. And it makes It's going to try and jump through those bushes. And just barely makes that DC save. Next up is Joseph. Let's see. It's gonna just take the runaround. And Arya.
I'm gonna try and jump through the brush in front of me.
There is no brush. There is a clear pathway down.
Okay, then I'll just make a run for it then.
And back to Lyle. Now, stuck at what looks to be this sheer drop forward, down. There doesn't look to be a bridge. There doesn't look to be anything for at least another quarter mile. Let's see. Lana?
Alright. Is there a clearing near me? Or do I
Yeah.
have to run? Alright.
Right.
Yeah. Just try to make that run.
Now you're facing the quarry.
Alright. Alright, and Shay, has he made it through the right side?
1, 2, 3. Yeah,
Alright.
just fine.
Making sure.
And along with Joseph.
Alright.
And Joseph is going to try and make that quick jump. And he manages to make it. Now, all of you are now facing what looks to be a sheer drop down to a quarry, about several hundred feet below.
Oh, man.
And with Lyle, well, any ideas? Quickly?
I mean, let's see what I can use. Hail of Thorns wouldn't help. Neither would Ensnaring Strike. I have nothing. If we jump it, we're sure to die. Well, most of us. Well, I have my Greater Healing Potion.
Wait. I'm trying to look it up, but
If you're trying to look at anything, make a perception check.
No, I'm looking at a spell I have. I was trying to.
Well, you better look fast.
Yeah, we're running out of time. Alright, I'm basically just gonna make the jump.
You want to make that jump?
If I hurt myself, then that's on me. It's not like we can, climb down quickly enough to not get hit.
All right. At this point, all of you are now beginning to make a turn. So, starting with Arya. Come on, come on. Use
We're
that
on the
mind.
timer.
Use that mind.
I don't. What?
You've only got a little bit of time left.
Internet connection is cutting out.
Oh.
Make a move. You gotta make a move.
I guess I don't know what I can do other than try to jump.
Alright. So,
Dude.
I need you to make an athletics saving throw and also a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, my athletics saving throw is 17, and my dexterity is 15.
As Arya makes her jump, she just simply fades into the quarry. That's all you can tell. Next up is Lyle. Lyle grabs the crest that was deep within her within one of her bags, and she looks into the quarry, and she also takes a jump into the briny depths below, which she needs to make. And she also fades into the quarry below.
Alright.
Next up is Oana and Shay.
Alright, Shay's gonna go before me.
Shay looking fairly nervous.
I know.
Kind of taking a quick suit into what is jumping down below.
I know. Alright, you'll be okay, boy. I have faith in you.
Have him make an athletics and a dexterity save.
Alright, athletics, nat 20.
Okay.
Alright, dexterity is a 15.
Okay. Shay jumps in and just simply fades along into the quarry as everyone else previously had.
Alright. I'm gonna go straight after. Okay, alright. 16.
Okay.
And 13. 13.
Alright. You also jump into the quarry and fade into it below. Joseph and Begamnon along with you both. Joseph. Also jump into the quarry. As for all of you that had fallen, you fall into what looks to have been very dark down here. And as you fall, you had fallen at least 110 feet. And what you had fallen on was at least several feet of snow.
Oh, thank God.
Snow.
Thank God. Oh my gosh, you made me think I was gonna be.
But unfortunately for some of you, it didn't really. It broke your fall, but not as much. So Begamnon took 10 points of falling damage. Arya, you took 5 points of falling damage. Ava, you took 5 points of falling damage. Lyle took 10 points of falling damage. Joseph took 20 points of falling damage because he rolled a nat 1.
Oh.
And the reason why I had you roll both athletics is to get as far into the center, and the reason why I needed you to roll for dexterity is for you to adjust yourself into your falling motion.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
I basically just sprained my ankle at this point.
So,
Just a small sprain.
as you fall into this packed snow, the snow coming down on top of seems to just be heavy snowfall, and you guys begin to try and quickly make your way out of the falling snow area, which is now quickly beginning to build up in that area.
Right. So are we gonna have to roll for initiative again?
Nope.
See.
Nope. You cleared that. That was. I was like, I don't know if they'll be able to do this immediately, but
Well, my options were either jump or try to get my daggers to like basically pierce into the wall and try to climb down, but that would have taken way too long, especially with all the snow falling.
now there were three ways that you could have done this. If you guys actually had made your perception check, you guys would have been able to see that there was a really big tree that you guys could have, I don't know, maybe cut down.
Okay, that's option number 1.
There was the falling option, and then there was the let's just have the avalanche trample us option.
So yeah, we chose one out of 2 good ways to do it. And now I have a sprained ankle. Thanks. Ow. Ow. Ow.
And as you guys begin to move away as quickly as you can, Lyle, just kind of taking several deep breaths. Well, we took the quick way down. Adventures.
This isn't even the worst thing I've done.
Yeah, it really isn't. As you guys, for at least about an hour later, as you are walking through this quarry, you end up in this rather wide open area, and it seems like you have traveled several thousand feet down since the quarry. And it seems like things are beginning to slightly warm up. The air is getting less thin, and it looks like what you can see from the far off reaches as you enter this now wide open plain, as you exit this mountain area, you now begin to see, as the sun is setting, a giant city with walls higher than you can possibly imagine, made of wood and iron, and what looks to be a spire, castle-like building, well within the center of it. Oh, home. Home. As Lyle begins to kind of just tiredly begin to now trudge onward. We're almost home.
Thank God.
And that is where we're going to leave it off for tonight.
Yay.
Yay.
You guys have made it to the outskirts of Auraria, the capital of Alanon.
Thank God. Never again will I do something that stupid.
So yeah, I have to say, this is definitely a very different game, a little bit more dark. Especially, very first character death, it being Begomnin, which was surprising to say the least.
Well, no. Last week's was basically Arya's character death, wasn't she? Or was she just poisoned and knocked out? Was she completely dead?
I was severely injured. Severely.
Okay. I didn't know if it was near knockout or if it was actually
a knockout.
dead.
Well, the thing is that once again, Begomnin got hit by necrotic damage. You basically lose your death saving throws if you are hit with necrotic damage and your health goes 0. It is considered a straight up death.
Okay, so in a regular battle, if your HP hits 0, but it's not necrotic damage, is that a knockout?
It is considered falling unconscious, in which then you would have to make death saving throws.
Okay. Yeah, because I know that Shay had his. Well, technically was knocked out.
He was technically knocked out and had to make a death saving throw.
Yeah. Well, okay, they're saying that's a lot shorter than last week. Last week we went an hour longer, so.
Yeah, we went an hour longer simply because it was trying to get to the main part of the White Dragon Summit, and it would be very difficult to do that, especially considering the fact of how long battles usually go and how how compressed I was trying to make it. The fact that they even got to the White Dragon at all was just, downright surprising to me. So you guys are relatively doing fine. I have to say, I'm actually a little bit more excited next week, but it also concerns more politics than anything else, but that's the point of most encounters, such as having to deal with, greater evils that are trying to destroy your world. So now you have to figure out how to solve the issue quickly.
Okay. Alright, Dream Worlder. Never again will I do something that stupid. I give you 2 sessions before you disprove that statement.
Yeah. Yeah, every
Hubby gives me 1, so.
Yeah, every D&D-er has fucked up one way or another. I've done it many a times.
Okay.
I'll never jump off of a parapet onto a dragon's back.
You can hear that. Yeah. So, we also were down 2 members, so you have to figure that, it's a little bit rougher when it's basically, out of the core team, it's basically just me and Tara trying to bounce off Aaron on his
and I'm the
adventure.
least experienced player here.
It's true.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the reason why it took so much time, me trying to go is me playing 5 different characters at once.
Yeah.
So with whatever breathing room that I was able to get, I
gotta clap for you for doing that.
Oh man. Yeah. So keeping track of them. Luckily, that's why I keep pieces of paper with my character numbers written down, who rolled what and whose turn it will be.
Yeah. I'm trying to see where Cookie is. I haven't heard from her. She's probably just still keeping in the background somewhere.
Yeah, she's probably still freaking out about this Begamnon thing.
It probably
I'm gonna definitely hear it from Yomi either tonight or tomorrow, but definitely most certainly next week when I have to hear like, how can you let me die? I'm like, well,
You weren't here.
Hold on. Well, it's not the fact that he wasn't here. It's just the fact that he was the immediate target because he is a Dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
He would, the association and anger is, I'm going to try and get back at dragons by going through a Dragonborn, which it doesn't really matter, but he was just mad. So
that's racial profiling, which is a hate crime. Fuck that, sorcerer.
Hey, they
it's
could
hard
have gotten. I mean, it's really hard to possess a tiefling.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not impossible, but it's hard.
On top of that, the spell that he had casted on Begamnon at the beginning of the battle was Dominate Person, in which I had him make a Wisdom saving check every time, and he kept fucking it up. So it was hard to break away from the Dominate Person spell because there was just no way to break it. On top of that, being a sorcerer, their DC is relatively high. Yeah. Luckily, I kept a lot of extra notes on this today.
Yeah.
But
aren't you glad you finally have the book?
Yeah, I was able to solve a lot of my issues with having one of these things.
Yeah.
So,
I love my book. It's not even my book; it's hubby's book. But I've got mine color coded. Like I've got little color tabs on the side. So if you're on my chat, you can see it. Yeah. He's mad because I basically stole his book.
No, I gave it to you.
and it's being used fairly well.
It is being used fairly well. It helps my ass from dying.
And it's also good for making quick checks because I am usually the asshole that's all like, does that make sense? I don't know. Let me check.
Yeah.
So
How much is it? Because I only have the PDF of the handbook.
The retailer says it's $50.
But you could get it on Amazon for like I think
you
25.
can get it cheaper. Yep. Amazon. Amazon's
Really?
awesome for that.
I bought that the day it came out.
Yeah, it's only $25 to get it on Amazon. On top of that, if you buy the monster manual, that is considered lore that you may know.
Yes, it is. That's why I knew a little bit of Tiamat, or Tiamat. Yeah, because hubby, who's a DM himself, used to say it that way, so I said it the same way he did.
I say Tiamat because it's just the way that I've always pronounced it, because back then when I played Golden Sun, there was a summon called Tiamat, and that was what I've always called it.
Dream World. Oh, sorry. Dream Worlder on my chat said, Tieflings never give in to temptation. It's not like Tieflings were once humans that got enticed by demonic forces or anything. Oh, wait, that's exactly what happened.
Oh my god. So, with that being said, today's game, I say, was probably a little bit more interesting, but also slightly more difficult.
Yes, it was.
On my part as the DM.
Yomi is gonna hate us.
Yeah, he's gonna be so
Oh
mad.
yeah.
So in case for those who were not here earlier, I talked about how I wanted to run a giveaway. So we're gonna go ahead and do that little spiel real quick, and then we'll close up for tonight, and then I will have to do some amount of editing for this because boy oh boy.
Oh yeah.
So at the beginning of the stream, I had talked about how we're almost to 1,000 followers, And so my immediate thing that I wanted to do, because I ended up getting a second one of these in the mail for absolutely nothing, because Amazon had muffed up my order. So I have two. So what I wanted to do is that when we reach 1,000 followers, I will pick somebody who is rather very active in the chat, and me, Ava, Tara, and Yomi, and hopefully a few other people that we know that we will be seeing at Anime Expo. We will have them sign this book, and then I will ship it to you, and then you can start building up your own game. You could play your own D&D, play with your friends, or it would just be nice to have one of these books because, they're expensive. So, I'll make an announcement about that on Facebook, and see if we can reach that 1,000 follower goal here on Twitch, which I will be very excited for if we manage to achieve. Alright, so, with that being said, do we have any closing statements?
Just my same one as every week. Don't forget to check me out on Wednesdays when I'll be doing Life is Strange Chapter 2.5. I'm trying to get through the whole chapter this time. Not take any breaks. Well, maybe one bathroom break, but I'm going to try to get through the whole chapter this time. So that's going to be fun.
Stay golden, pony boys.
All right. So, my closing statement. Thank you guys so much for coming by and watching, and I'm very sorry about the whole blackout thing, and I'm glad we were able to jump back onto that ball as quickly as possible. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for coming around. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and all that stuff. Our screen names are literally within the stream here, as you can see. And I guess that's all I really have to say. So, once again, thank you guys so much.
Yep.
I love you all.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for everything. Thanks for also stopping by my stream when you guys got lost. So.
Hope everyone had a happy Easter. Thanks for spending it with us.
Yep.
Yes, thank you guys.
And I hope to, and we all hope to see you all next week on D6. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.